Hello friends, this is Raj Sastry from Raj Option Trading. Today is April 24, 2022. Let's take a look at stocks with a heavy insider and institutional buying. As many of you know, when insiders are buying and institutions are buying, that indicates a turning point in stock's direction. And especially when the stock is down big time, I love it when insiders buys it. That shows the conviction. And typically these stocks will slowly start going higher and give a nice swing trading opportunity. So with that, let's jump in and look at few stocks with great insider as well as institutional buying. So we got one example here. It's a GitLab. GitLab, as many of you know here, it's a DevOps platform. A lot of software developers love this platform, and stock has taken a beating, but at the same time, insiders are buying big time. That's why it's a good one to buy at these levels here. Look, GitLab is used by big corporations like Goldman Sachs, Siemens, NVIDIA, to name a few. So with that, let's jump in and look at the stock with the heavy insider buying as well as institutional buying. All right, so look, we'll start with a quick market update and start with the stocks with volume more than 500K and insider buying as well as institutional buying. So we'll look at these names here and see if we can make some money. All right, so let's jump in here with the market update. Look, from a market perspective, it's a very volatile market, Fed mandated market here. It's coming down big time. Look here, nice big down arrow here. This tells you, last a few weeks stocks have been down big time. I can see them retouching the lows here. They can come down to 3,300, or in the worst case scenario, they can come back and go below 3,200 or at 3,200. So that's how it's set up at these levels here. So that's why we got to be careful. So the key is to have some patience, and it's easy to say, but when the stocks are going higher, stay put, sell some. But when the stocks come down, like Friday, a 900-point down a day here, at that time you can slowly buy some. That's the way to go here, because mainly it's a Fed-driven market. The fundamentals and earnings don't matter in the short term. That's when you jump in and buy. Look, S&P 500 is also down big time here. We took out this low here. So next we are headed right here. So around 4,100 or so. So keep a watch out here and have some dry powder or money ready to really buy some at the bottom here. All right, Nasdaq is already down big time. It's almost retesting the lows here, 1,300. So you got to be careful and have some money ready. Don't get into too much margin. And we got Russell. Russell is already almost retesting the low here at 1,900. So it's also great buy here. And then you got gold generally doing well. This will also undergo some pressure, mainly because US dollars is going higher with the interest rates going higher. And crude oil is also strong here. Again, some pressure of late because of dollar going higher. But both these names are good. Both gold as well as crude oil are good from a defensive perspective. They tend to do pretty okay, especially with the geopolitical tension. Look, free fall in bond. Fed is not buying the bonds anymore. They're tapering down and selling the bonds. That's why bonds are doing big time down, as you can see here. At the same time, interest rates are going higher with the inflation worries, and also Fed is selling the bonds. That's why you got to be careful. All these growth stocks, especially stocks with a high debt load and no net margin, they will be suffering in the short term. All right, so let's jump in here and look at some more details here. All right, let's look at top stock with a heavy insider buying. All these stocks have got heavy insider buying. Look here, we got here insider buying column right here. This tells you how are the insiders transacting. This tells you recently we got 442% increase in insider buying in Amplitude. So that tells you there is a lot of conviction here. And look, institutions are also buying. It's a 4%. So all these stocks here, institutional buying is more than 0%. And insider buying is also heavy. So that's the list here, and let's jump in and let's start with Amplitude here. Amplitude just a $18 stock, as you can see here, and overall score is just 18, both insiders as well as institutions are buying, as you can see here. And they do have some sales, 127 million, and there is also gross margin, nice gross margin 69%, as you can see here. Right now net margin negative, company not making money, and RSI is low. That tells you right now it's a sold off here. Earnings per share is negative. Typically, by looking at the net margin here, the moment net margin is negative, by default earnings per share is also negative. This is such scenario here, company not making money. That's why Wall Street does not like it. Also high price to sales ratio, valuation perspective little high. Look, stock has been taking a beating here. It's a relatively new company, as you can see here. There's no 1 year, but look, 3 months down big time, or 6 months down, but in 1 month it's trying to go higher. I think that's helped by this heavy insider buying. So if you're a contrarian, this one does not have great fundamentals yet, mainly because net margin is negative, earnings per share is also negative. So if you have some conviction, if you're a contrarian, you could buy this one for a swing trading opportunity here. Understand there will be some short-term pain, but this can go higher. One more reason to be contrarian here. Look, next year EPS growth is minus 19%, so they're not expecting a earnings growth improvement in next year. That's why it's a contrarian play. And then we got a few more here. We got Stitch Fix, similar story here. This one is a little bit better than the previous stock here, mainly because net margin is minus 1%. They might turn net margin if they execute well. There is also nice sales growth, as you can see here in 1 year. Nice gross margin. This is a little bit better story here. But look, stock is completely sold off here. RSI 38, and the current price is just $9.899. So this, you could look at this one also. This one did not make money for stockholders in a while, as you can see here. And it's down 87% from 52-week high. But on the positive side, they do have some cash and free cash flow positive company. Earnings announcement on 6/8, June 8, as you can see here. They do expect a next year EPS growth. That's a good story here. So you could do some bottom fishing and buy some Stitch Fix, even though fundamentals are not great. So we got a few more here, as you can scan through here. We got JLED. JLED also is a $20 stock, as you can see here. And this also did not make money, but look on the positive side, nice overall score of 53 here. And nice insider buying, institutional buying, and they have a lot of sales, $4.7 billion sales, and net margin positive. That's why it's a little bit better stock here, net margin positive here. And as you scan through here, earnings per share or EPS is also positive. That's why this is a little bit better company. You could buy this one even though they have not made money. For investors, as you can see here, in 1 year, 5 year, they did not make money, but they're trying to get better, as you can see. And then we got a few more. One of my favorite is Affirm here. Affirm is completely beaten down big time here. No love for Affirm. Overall score is also low. You got to be a contrarian here. Look, net margin is big time negative, but look, both insiders and institutions are buying Affirm at these levels here. And as you scan through here, they have not made money for investors, but they have a nice cash cushion. Look at $3.3 billion cash. This can also slowly turn around. And we got a few more here. We got one of my favorite stock here, GitLab. It's completely down, as you can see here. But on the positive side, keep watching here. On a 1 day when the market sold off, GitLab went higher. It's also high from a valuation perspective. That tells you because it went higher when the market sold off, there is some chance this can go higher. So as if you're a contrarian, you could buy some GitLab here, even though it's a net margin negative company. There is some good chance this can go higher. And keep watching high score candidates here. We got one right here, Incyte. Incyte can surprise you. Nice overall score of 100. Stock is trying to come around here and do a turnaround here. Nice 2 month and 3 month and 6 month, and even 1 month it's barely budging here. And the market is sold off big time. This is holding put pretty much. So you could buy some Incyte, take advantage of this. This can also do very well. And we got one more here, IVZ. IVZ is just a $20 stock here. Look, overall score is 61. You could look at that one also. And you could also look at Groupon with nice overall score of 54. That's also a good one here. All right, so let's look at few more here. We got few more with nice score. We got APAM. APAM is $36 stock. Nice insider buying. This one has made money for investors in 5-year time frame. You could take a look at that one also. And we got one more here with nice overall score. Aries. Aries, look, $75 stock here. Nice performance in 1 year as well as 5-year. You could look at this one also. On the contrary, if a stock has done so well off late, like ESTA here, look, it's done very nice here, 3-month 32%. And look at the RSI. RSI is 75. That tells you don't buy at this time, let it cool off, then you can buy. All right, so as usual, keep watching a 1-day, 5-day, and 1 month here. If you see some traction here, that tells you stock is poised to go higher, with the exception of the one right here, which is Aries, ESTA, ESTA. That's already made its move, so I would wait on that one here. And look, we got one more right here, GitLab. It's trying to make a move like we talked about. You could look at that one too. And you got one more here, FLNC. It's also trying to make a move here. You could look at that one too. And let's look at a few more and go from there. All right, the list continues here. Keep watching insider and institutional buy here, or positive insider institutional buy, and keep watch on how it's doing in 1-day, 5-day, and 1 month here. If you see some positive, that tells you the stock is ready to turn around. And with that, we got here Ruby here, just a $1 stock, as you can see here, totally contrarian play, and looks like this wants to go higher in 1 day. But this has not made money for investors, completely contrarian play here. And we got a few more as we scan through here. I love the one with nice overall score, like an ET, Energy Transfer Partners. Look, it's a good one here. Overall score is 93. Stock has been sold off late. RSI is 54. I like the RSI to be a little lower, below 50 to buy, but you could take a look at this one also. And we got one more with nice overall score here, ADMA here, ADMA Biologics. Look, this has got overall score of 89. And look, insiders are buying as well as institutions are buying with a nice clip here. And stock is slowly responding, as you can see here. But looks like RSI is already high out. Skip on this one for now and go after better ones with the lower RSI. And look, we got one more here with the nice overall score, 70 here. Let's see, right here, XERS. This one RSI is 40. Stock is slowly responding in 3-month time frame here. You could take a look at this one also. This also can work. And we got one more with nice overall score, SUI, Sun Community. And this one also slowly responding, nice overall score. But this one RSI is already high. I would skip and go after the better ones here. And keep watching 1-day, 5-day here. If there's a nice movement in 1-day, 5-day, and even 1 month, you could take a look at those when the RSI is lower and go after those candidates like Planet Lab here, PL, $5 stock here. Look, there is a improvement in 1 month time frame. You could look at such candidates here. They might do well. RSI is also low here, just 48. All right, so let's look at a few more here. And there are some, some meme stock like BLI. BLI is a total meme stock, as many of you know here. It's been going down off late, but insiders are buying. That could be a good one here. And we got Bandwidth, one of my favorite stock here. Bandwidth is a, right now it's a net margin negative company. You could look at that one also here. Stock has been absolute disaster of late, so you could take a look at and go from there. And as usual, look at next year's EPS growth. If there's a nice positive EPS growth for next year, that tells you analysts are bullish about this company. All right, so let's look at a few more here. All right, the list continues here. As you can see here, now the insider institutional buying percentages are dropping, as you can see here. And we got a few ones with nice overall score. Take a look at those. They could be the good ones here. Look, we got Perrigo. Perrigo is one of my absolute favorite stock here. Stock has been disaster for a while, but this can turn around, especially insiders are buying heavily. And then we got one more here, COLB, Columbia, not Columbia, next one here, NMRK, Newmark, just $13 stock. Look, insiders are buying. and it's got overall score of 80 here. You could take a look at that one also here. And we got one more here. I think it's a Cano. Not Cano, the next one here, Mankind. Mankind, just a $3 stock here. Nice overall score, as you can see here, 65. You could take a look at that one also. As usual, keep a watch on 1 day, 5 day, 1 month. If you see some progress in those, and you could buy such stocks here, like we got COMM and ADVM. There's an improvement in 1 day, 5 day. That tells you this stock is ready to rock, especially it's got a lower RSI. So all right, so let's look at a few more here and go from there. So now what we'll do is we'll look at heavy institutional buying. So this is when institutions are buying heavily, and some of these stocks could be the ones we already covered. So with that, let's jump in. Look, this is sorted by institutional buying. We got all this institutional buy here with a nice and high institutional buy, as you can see here. Good institutional buy, and insider buy is more than there is some insider buy, it's not negative. So with that, top of the list is REVB here, Revelation. Look, it's got nice institutional buy. Stock is not responding in 5 day time frame here, and RSI is just 47, still oversold. You could take a look at such candidates here. I say let it come down a little more. You could slowly buy here. It already had some nice move in 5 day, but in 1 day it came down. You could take a look at such names here. And you got a few more here. You got TISI here, Team. This one also, as you can see, a nice insider as well as institutional buy here. You could take a look at this one also. This one also has a nice next year EPS growth here. Stock has responded in 1 month and 3 months nicely. And right now RSI is 45. Tells the stock is sold off here. And as usual, I love the one with nice, a little more higher overall score. We talked about ADMA here, nice overall score 89, that works here. And we got a few more with nice overall score, even Groupon, like we talked about. And keep a watch on 5 day, 1 day, 5 day, 1 month here. If you see some progress, those are the ones which are trying to go higher. Like we got 2 here. Look, we got TMC and STRO. Both wants to go higher when the market dropped off big time here. You could look at such candidates. I like the one with a little more higher overall score, like the one right here, which is STRO. All right, so let's look at a few more. Look, we got Clean Spark all the way in the bottom here. Stock is completely sold off, as you can see, a nice overall score, and stock is not responding yet, and it's nice. Not great, it's okay inside and institutional buying. You could take a look at such names here. If you're a conservative investor, keep a watch on net margin here. You could go after net margin positive companies like the 2 right here, Navi and Groupon here. Both are net margin positive. You can go after such candidates as well. We got 2 more here. Look, we got JLED and ATUS. Both are net margin positive companies. You could go after such candidates here, and we got 1 more here, CTKB here, net margin positive company. All right, so let's look at a few more. So we got the list continued here. Now the percentages are dropping off, as you can see here, but you can look at some with nice overall percentage here. Look, we got GitLab and IVZ. You could take a look at those names here. And as we scan through here, we got a few more. PCAR has got nice insider buy here. You could take a look at that one also here. And we got a few more as you can scan through. We got Incyte, which is one of my favorite. And we got PL, again, nice insider buying here. And we got Shift4, which is a fintech play here. That's also a good one here. As usual, keep a watch on how the stock is doing in 1 day, 5 day, 1 month. If you see some traction, you could go after such candidates like we got here, PCAR. PCAR is showing some improvement in 1 day. When the market has dropped off, you could take a look at such candidates here. As usual, if you're a conservative investor, go after net margin positive companies. You will do well. Look, we got 1 more here, NRZ, a net margin positive company. You could look at such candidates here. Nice overall score also. So we got a few more with net margin positive. We got ONB and DOC here. Both are good one. You could take a look at those here. And look, DOC has got nice overall score. That's even better. So we got, keep a watch on Overall score also, higher the better. I like this, scores to be generally more than 50 or better, but higher is always better. All right, so with that, thank you very much. Happy investing and trading. Please subscribe.